Got money on my mind, I swear I'm gonna win, even if it kills me. I got money on my mind, the only way I'm gonna rest is if these motherfuckers kill me. I got money on my mind.
Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. Today it's just going to be really a quick update. I'm just going to let you guys know. We're going to go to the 535 diesel because I found some fault codes on the car, and obviously, as you guys were aware, Maz thought it was the micro power module. He was so sure it was the micro power module. I've now rescanned the car and it's come up with other faults, and I'm now 100% sure it's not the micro power module at fault, and this is related to one of the other modules in the car. Maz has ordered the swell flat blanks and the EGR blank for the car, and we're going to be doing that as soon as they come in. As I said, the car does need a lot of work, as you guys are already aware anyway, and we are going to be cracking on and doing most of the work on this car to try and get it ready. Now, I am not sure if I'm going to keep the car after doing the engine repairs, because obviously it requires a lot and my time now has become stretched. So I have a lot of other things to do, so I can't be doing this on this car much anymore. So I have to speak to Maz to decide if I'm going to probably be giving the car back after I finish with the engine. So I let me get the engine properly for him, and then the rest I think he's going to have to address himself. I know obviously he's not really a clued up guy on the cars, hence why the car's with me. I know this car inside and out, but my time is very limited and I've got things to be doing on my other cars. As you guys are probably aware, I am due to get a new car. I'm not going to say much to say now, but we've already got parts for the new car when I get it, as it's going to be the same engine I've got in my 530i. So we're going to be doing more stuff on the M52. So let's go outside and let's go to the 535 diesel and I can show you guys what's actually going on. Okay, so if you can see here, this is the micro power module already, which is meant to be the problem, but from what we can see right here, this is not the problem. And let me just open it right now and for you so you guys can see. You'll see inside there, this micro power module does not look fried or doesn't have any kind of problem at all. Now, I don't see a problem with the wiring either, and either on the pins on this side. I have checked this whole car and also the micro power module as well. None of the wiring looks threaded or anything. The PDC module's coming up working. All the modules are coming up working. The IBS sensor as well seems to be working as well after I rewired it, because when I first got it, this was cut, as you can see here. Someone has tried to grease all the electrical connectors as if they knew what they were doing, like that's going to stop any kind of electrical problem. Greasing them wasn't going to stop this problem that this car has. The main problem with this car is one of the modules are out, and I'm going to show you which module I believe it is on. Now, as you'll see guys, I've just started the car up, which is the first, it just started up first time. The battery weren't dead as it usually is. You can still see the central electronics failure all over the car. The car isn't great by any means, and it is going to require a lot of work. As you see, it still comes with central electronics failure, and if I show you right here, the button is non-responsive. Even while I'm pressing it, as you'll see, it's doing nothing on the iDrive screen. And that's because it's obviously got a massive electronics failure, which I'm in consideration of it being one of the modules, which, like I said to you, what the problem is with this car, I scanned it with Ista, and as I all know from many times of doing this and a long time of doing this job, I am 100% certain this is the instrument panel itself which is at fault. A lot of people wouldn't know this, but I'm 100% sure it's the instrument panel. If it's not the instrument panel, it's going to be the DDE. Now, it's common for the ECUs to go out on these cars, because 04, these cars had a lot of problems when they were first released, and this one is no doubt going to be part of that group of having problems. And the DDE is a common problem. It's very overlooked. It can either go in two ways, and that's either water getting in or the DDE overheating inside the box itself due to heat, where someone's obviously been ragging this car and it's let the engine heat up too much and cause the problem. Now, when I did scan it, also the glow plug module come up, which I was expecting anyway. So the glow plug module come up for a fault as well, which I was expecting it to come out regardless for this car. So let me move to the engine so I can show you. Now, I don't know if you can hear me guys, but as you'll see, the engine is running quite bad. And obviously, if you look here, I noticed yesterday, one of these hoses, these P-piece hoses that you see right there, is all tangled and twisted and everything here. And this is all the pressure sensors for the actuators itself, and this is an actuator right there. And the same here. And I feel like all the lines are all twisted up. The car is like badly perished, as you can see. And it's the same for the whole engine. And I was getting faults for the glow plug module, which I'm going to show you in a second. It's stuff. As I say, this is the EGR itself. This is going to all be coming off the loose system. And obviously the swell flaps which are right underneath here. Now the rail you can't see because they're vacuum operated, but as I said, This car is very, very unlooked after, and it's making me not really want to do it, to be honest. I don't want to be doing this car to go back in the wrong hands. Look, I don't know who Maz's family are, and I don't know who's been using this car, but I don't feel like doing this car for it to go back in the wrong hands. And that's just my personal preference. As you guys know, I've got a very unique way with doing with cars. I'm very clean, I'm very OCD with my cars, and I don't want to get this to high spec. Like I said, this car has been brought to me like a shithole, and that's the God's honest truth. And Maz, sorry to have to say it, but that's the truth. He should have known better. He shouldn't have brought this car to me in the state it was in, with all stuff in the boot like it is, and the car a complete mess. This car should have been cleaned out. Nobody gave a crap. Now, if you're taking this to a garage and it's all like, I don't think the garage would want to work on it. You don't leave a car like that and bring it to someone to be worked on, you know. And he's expecting me to obviously clean it and do it up for him. It ain't gonna happen. I will do the engine parts, but I think we're going to be giving this car back because I ain't got time to do it no more. He's telling me he wants me to do it. I don't want this car back. He'll have to take it somewhere else and have it done. It's not going to be a car for me. I have no intention of doing the car for him. I've spoke about it with Nathan and with a few other guys as well. Like they said, give the car back, get rid of it, and that's it. Like I said, I don't want nothing more to do with the car. The car isn't for me. And let's just get it gone, and let's focus on the next car I'm going to be getting. I've also got another car here at the moment, which I'm waiting to come back. It should be back tomorrow. So when it comes back from the MOT, I've got another car we're going to be cracking on anyway. So what we need to do is, as I said to you, we've got the swell flaps, we've got the EGR blank for this car. I'm going to do it for Maz because we've ordered it. There's no point not wasting it. I'm going to give it back to him, and that's going to be it. At the end of the day, it's whatever he wants to do with the car, but I don't feel like I want to do this car. I can tell what the problem is, but it's waiting around. I don't want to wait around. I think it's easier to just give the car back and make space for my new cars and focus on the channel with the petrol engines. You guys as well, I'm doing this for a lot of you American guys. I can see you guys don't really like the diesel engines, and if I'm honest with you, I'm not liking the waste going on YouTube as well. Like I said to you, I'm getting a majority of people watching the videos of the diesels than actually subscribing. Well, at least with the petrols, I'm getting a lot of the subscriber network. It makes a lot more sense for me, and it also makes a lot more sense for you guys. I'm there to help you guys. You know what, you guys have supported me, and I'm not going to fail you. I'm going to end up supporting you back. I don't feel like the diesels are going to support me high enough. I'm not there to support all the other countries. I don't want to support the foreign countries. I'm sorry to have to say it, but for me, it's better for me to actually support the US and the UK alone, and that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to focus on just the US and the UK and Canada and all them countries that actually matter, and not the ones that don't matter. Okay guys, so this is loading, and you know what, I've done this because I want you guys to see how many faults this car comes up with. Now, as you'll see, this just shows how neglected this car has been, and I'm just showing you guys because I want you to all see how neglected this 535 diesel actually is. And obviously it's not really hard if you know what modules are what. Now, as you'll see right here, it's all loading, and now you're going to see all the faults that come up in this car. Now you should see the IHK, which now the combi's gone red. Now, as you'll see, yesterday the IHK was red. Now that's because, as I said to you, the combi is a major problem. I've told you in most of my previous videos. I've had this issue. Mine was an 05, and it had the same issue with the instrument panel. They go out and they keep the car awake, and they can go and it can blow. I don't know why. I think it's heat that destroys them in the back of these cars. This is a common problem, but as I said to you, the majority of the other modules are green, as you'll see all around here, but there's other ones that ain't so green, like the DD, and the DD's got the glow plug module fault on it, and a particulate filter was on when I first got it. You know, this car has been very neglected, and like I said, it's not I don't want to do it, just it's not worth my time to do it. Like I said, I could easily sort this because I know the problems of the problems on these cars like the back of my hand. I need to get back to what I think is more worth it, which I believe is the petrols. The diesels, like I said to you, I've been putting out the videos, and people are very arrogant because a lot of them don't even speak English. They watch it and that's about it, and I don't feel like it's doing me any justice. Like I said, this car is a state, and if I'm honest with you, this car is just fit for the scrapyard. That's about it, and that's my God's honest opinion. This car is just fit for the scrapyard. Now, as you'll see here, that module itself ain't responding, which is the MPM. You'll see right there, and it's internal. So, and it's the same with the combi, PDC, and the rain light sensor. That's the RLS, which is the rain light sensor. None of them are responding. That's because the rain light sensor, as you'll see right there, is out, and they've took that out and removed it. You'll also see the PDC isn't working, and that's because it's in the boot. That links with the M micro power module. And then when I go to display fault memory, as you'll see right here, you'll see all the messages in the instrument panel, and you see the globe control unit, which is the glow plug module. As I said to you from the start, they're always bad, they always go out regardless. And you'll see the interface, the instrument cluster for the DSC. You also got here, which you see smooth running controller, which is injector fault. Smooth running controller will come on when there's a problem with the injectors, which that again, leads me to believe that there's a problem with the injectors. As you'll see here as well, there's no communication possible with the instrument panel. Now, that alone leads me to believe that there's a problem via the instrument panel itself. Now, if it's not the instrument panel, it's going to be the DDE, because to have all these fault codes, you know, this all relates to the DME DDE transmitter DDE, which then means they're not getting the transmission from the DDE, which then means the DME itself is toast. Now, I've got a feeling someone's done more to this car than what they're letting on. And now, obviously, nobody's going to tell you the truth of what they've done in this car, but like I said, and Maz knows how I feel about this, I've got a funny feeling someone has played about this car and messed about with it and either fried it backwards, tried to jump the car, and they've jumped it backwards and fried something on the car, or messed about with it, because this car would not be throwing these many codes. This to me looks like, as you'll see here, DDE, DDE. The instrument, the ECU itself is completely screwed. And like I said, this is not a car I want to play with. Like I said, it's not for me. I don't have to do this car. I've grown without this car, so I don't really need it. It's not something I need, and I don't feel like the car is actually helping me, as Maz knows already. This car, I could do a lot more than with this car, so I believe that this car needs to go back to the rightful owner, and he will have to take it somewhere else to sort it. So as you'll see there, that's all the codes. And Maz, just make sure you store these codes, because like I said, when you get the car back, you'll know exactly what's wrong with it, and you can show people this is what's wrong with your car, my friend. And like I said, you're gonna have to sort out another way of getting it sorted, mate, because this car, like I said, in the condition it's in, isn't for me. And to be honest, like I said to you, if I knew it was going back to you and it was going to be used by you, it'd be a different story, mate. But I'm sorry to have to say, I don't believe this car's going back to you. This car's been driven by hundreds of different people. You know, even the wear on the steering wheel, you know, this has been completely worn out. You know, like I said, I've got a lot of pride for myself, and this isn't a car I want to be working on, so I'd rather it just go back to him. Guys, we've just been out to the 535 diesel, and you've seen all the fault codes on it. As I said, it's not worth me doing, it's not worth me taking my time out to do. Like I said, the fault is very easy as long as you've got the software, and it's going to be one of the two, like I said, but they both need to be sorted. At the end of the day, I've now sorted it. They can take the car back and do what they want to do with it. I'm not really bothered about it, to be honest, and to be honest, I don't want it back here. At the end of the day, like I said, if it was my friends or something, then fair enough, but realistically, I don't want to be doing this for someone else. And I've been thinking about it a long time now, and like you, a lot of you American guys, same as Nathan, a lot of you, I've spoke to a lot of you, and you've all said the same thing. Why am I even bothering doing it? Do I need to do it? No, I don't. And like I said, the majority of the other people in the other countries are very rude and stuck up. They don't want to subscribe to you. I have got subscribers from other countries, namely, you know, around Europe, but it doesn't warrant the amount of subscribers I've got from the US and everywhere else. So do you know what? You guys support me, you guys help me, you're the ones helping me grow, you're the ones helping me bring the income I'm getting. So to be honest, them other countries can do one as far as I'm concerned. I don't need them. So realistically, do I need a diesel? No, I don't. I don't think it warrants what I need to do. To be fair, I'd rather do something a lot harder, like a 540i or something with a 4.4 engine, than focus on doing this car. So therefore, this car is now going to be going, and hopefully we can get hold of Maz and get him to come and collect it, so I've got space for the next car to come on. And obviously I'm looking now to purchase another car, which I'll be letting you guys know, because I don't have time to do that car. To be honest, I don't want it to come back to me. I'd rather Maz come and collect it and go with it, and that'd be it. At the end of the day, he can find someone else to sort that car. It's not for me. I'm going to support you guys. I've had a good think about it, and you know what? Everyone was right. Let me support you guys and do a lot for you guys, because you guys support me. Thank you very much for watching. This is BMW Dr. Dean here, and goodbye.